ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ರಾಮಾಯ ರಾಮಭದ್ರಾಯ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರಾಯ ವೇದಸೆ ರಘುನಾಥಾಯ ನಾಥಾಯ ಸೀತಾಯ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 115 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapters, we saw Rama first ensured that Vibhishana is put on the throne of Lanka so that he became the king of Lanka. And post Vibhishana assumed it and taken charge of the kingship of Lanka. Then he asked Hanuman, after taking permission from Vibhishana, formally, who is now the king of Lanka, he asked him to go to Sita, tell her about the wellness of Rama, and ask the wellness of Sita formally, and then ask about her opinion regarding now that she is released from the captivity of Ravana, because Rama wanted to respect the individuality of Sita and her decision regarding what to do once she is released from the captive of Ravana, and never wanted to take possession of her just because he had a victory over Ravana, because in that there won't be any respect to the individual personality of Sita. Rama wanted to accept the individual personality of Sita, who whom he is allowing her to take the decision on her own. Thus commanded Hanuman, born of Maruta, returned to Lanka overwhelmed with honors by the rangers of the night, and entering the city invested with Vibhishana's authority, which he had sought. Hanuman penetrated to Ashoka Grove, knowing that Sita was to be found there. So he formally took permission from Vibhishana because now he has the authority over the city. So after his due permission, now he is meeting Sita at Ashoka Grove. There he beheld Maithili like an anguished Rohini, uncared for, sitting sorrowfully at the foot of a tree, surrounded by female titans, and approaching her humbly and gently. Hanuman inclined his head in obeisance to her. At the appearance of the mighty Hanuman, that goddess remained silent, but thereafter, having recognized him, he was delighted, and marking her tranquil looks, Hanuman, the foremost of monkeys, prepared to relate all that Rama had said. O Vaidehi, Rama is well, as also Sugriva and Lakshmana. He inquires as to your welfare. His purpose is accomplished. He, the conqueror of his enemies, has slain his adversary. Assisted by Vibhishana and the monkeys, Rama, with the skill and wisdom of Lakshmana, has slain Ravana despite his prowess. O goddess, these are pleasant tidings, but I will delight you still further. O divinity, in this war undertaken on your account, O virtuous Sita, Rama has achieved a great triumph. Take heart, therefore, have no further anxiety. Ravana is dead and Lanka subdued. Banishing sleep, I resolved to deliver you, and bridging the sea, fulfilled my vow. Do not fear now to be in Ravana's abode, since Vibhishana has now become the lord of Lanka. Because of this, take courage. You can dwell peacefully in the palace. Rama himself is coming here with a joyful step, eager to see you. In fact, it is the other way around. Rama is not supposed to enter into the Lanka as according to his pledge. So he expects Sita to go all the way to meet Rama outside the city in the warfield where he is camping. At these tidings, the divine Sita, her face radiant as the moon, on account of joy, was unable to utter a single word, and that prince of monkeys inquired of Sita, who remained silent, saying, of what are you thinking, O goddess, since you do not answer me? because for a while Sita remained silent with a with the big zeal of getting the news regarding the victory of Rama. Thus interrogated by Hanuman, Sita, fixed in the path of duty, in the height of joy, had in a voice broken with sobs, hearing these pleasant tidings of the triumph of my Lord, for a moment joy rendered me speechless. Nay, assuredly reflecting on it, O Plavangama, I do not know what gift I can offer you which could be equal to this. I know nothing on earth comparable to these happy tidings, or with what I can recompensate you fittingly. Gold, precious gems of every kind, even a throne or any object in the universe, in the three worlds, cannot be measured against your message. At these words of Vaidehi, the monkey standing before her with joined palms joyfully replied, O you who are ever engaged in what is pleasant and advantageous to your Lord, and who desire him to be victorious, your affectionate speech confers honor on you, O irreproachable lady. Hearing this, Maithili, the daughter of Janaka, addressed these flattering words to the son of the wind. Your speech, which is characteristic, urbane, and dictated by the eightfold intelligence, is worthy of you. You, the exceedingly virtuous son of Anila, thou are deserving of praise. Assuredly, strength, prowess, knowledge of the scriptures, courage, boldness, superior skill, energy, endurance, steadiness, constancy, and humility. These brilliant qualities and many other are all to be found in you. Unmoved by this praise, Hanuman, standing before her with joined palms, addressed Sita respectfully and said, with your consent, I will slay all these female titans who formerly taunted you in your misfortune. O you, whose Lord is a god, I know that these monsters of hideous shape and conduct, those cruel beings of savage looks, those grim visaged titans, more than once addressed you in threatening tones or at Ravana's command. Grant me permission to strike down these barbarians of distorted features and fearful aspect. I shall beat them with my fists, heels, long arms, thighs, and knees. I shall tear them to pieces with my teeth, chew up their ears, pull out their hair, knock them down, and destroy them, since they have caused you pain. O illustrious princess, I shall exterminate these monsters who formerly insulted you. Hearing Hanuman's words, the unfortunate Sita, friend of the distressed, reflecting carefully, said to him, who would be angry with women who are dependent on a monarch who is their supporter and who act on others' advice as mere servants or slaves? O excellent monkey, means here those female titans who are troubling Sita all these months were actually working on the based upon the command of their master Ravana. So, just because they are, since they are dependent on Ravana, since they were simply obediently following the words of Ravana, they are not supposed to be punished because the one who was giving them the commands is already punished. He is all that Ravana is already killed by Rama. So, there is no point in once again punishing those who are simply obedient to him, those who are simply obedient servants of him. Often it happens in the history. Before our independence, it is certain that both our army and our police forces were obedient to the British and they took several actions against the freedom fighters. But once the independence is gained, The same freedom fighters became the prime minister and they were in a responsible position. Now, that same army and the police force has now become loyal to them, to the new government which took control of the state. Now we cannot take revenge on them because they were simply earlier following the orders of the British Crown and now they are following the orders of the Democratic Republic of India. Similarly, later during the emergency period, once again, while Indira Gandhi was our prime minister, she had given certain commands, certain orders to the police force who were following her orders. Even our intelligence was following the orders given by her. And when she lost the power, someone else became the prime minister. Just because earlier the intelligence people and the police people were following their somebody's order who was the prime minister then, and they are troubled just because of that reason. The new prime minister cannot take revenge on them because the workers, people who are in position as as the administrators, they simply follow the commands that are given by the rulers. So on whom no actions. I mean, if they really on their own, if they have committed any blunder, certainly they will be tried in the court. But unnecessarily taking a revenge on them is certainly not good. So Sita is reflecting the same aspect. All that has happened to me is on account of an evil fate and the consequence of some fault committed formerly. One reaps the fruit of one's action. Do not speak thus, O long armed warrior. The path of destiny is inexorable. It was inevitable that these circumstances should overtake me, and in this conviction I wish in compassion to protect the slaves of Ravana. It was under the orders of the Titan that these women ill treated me. He being slain now, they will no longer oppress me, O son of Maruta. There is an ancient saying full of wisdom which a bear uttered formerly in the presence of a tiger. Hear to it, O Plavangama. A superior being does not render evil for evil. This is a maxim one should observe. Ornament of virtuous persons is their conduct. One should never harm the wicked or the good or even criminals meriting death. O noble soul, a noble soul will never exercise compassion even towards a noble soul will ever exercise compassion even towards those who enjoy injuring others or those of cruel deeds when they are actually committing them who is without fault. This is an old story, a great proverb that comes in the Kitopadesha or somewhere where there was a bear and there was a hunter who was who was chased by a tiger. Finally the hunter climbed a tree and took refuge there, but incidentally there was already a bear sitting in that tree, and the tiger, which came at the bottom of the tree, then spoke to that bear, saying, "We both are forest dwellers, so push that human who doesn't belong to the forest down so that I will going to eat him." But then the bear replied back to him, saying that I will not do so because this man has taken refuge into this tree which was already occupied by me. So basically he had taken refuge with me. So it is my duty to protect him and not to get him killed by you. But then, saying so, after a while, the tiger went into a deep sleep. And at that time, the tiger tried to cheat both of them. It tried to insist on that man to push the bear now down to the earth so that it can save that hunter. That hunter, with a vicious mindset, in order to save himself from the tiger, literally pushed that bear down to the earth. But incidentally, being a very clever climber, that bear took hold of another branch of the tree and survived without being falling to the ground and get wounded by the tiger. And at that point of a time, the tiger once again repeats, look at the dishonesty of the hunter. He is trying to get you killed. So now is the time you push him down. You push him down so that I can kill him. It is at that time it says that those who are having the noble heart, those who are a noble soul, will ever exercise compassion even towards those who cheat them, because they always wanted to follow the noble path. Because that person has come to my refuge, it is my duty to protect him, even if he makes a mistake. So here, the female titans indeed have ill treated Sita in the past, but for that, Sita do not want to get them punished for the same, because they were simply following the orders of Ravana, and the one who was giving the orders, that Ravana is already killed by Rama, so there is no need of once again punishing these female titans. Hearing these words, Hanuman, who was skilled in speech, said to Sita, irreproachable consort of Rama, you are worthy of Raghava, you, his chaste wife, crowned with many virtues. O God, command me to seek out Rama. True, in a country where the rulers really are the sons of that soil, the really who are the sons of Bharata Mata, who really wanted their country to excel, such people will never try to take revenge or do any revengeful politics. Observe now how exactly the government tried to empower the police forces and the defense forces, and never is for entering or following the path of taking revenge on them, just because in the past they were troubled by the same police force. Maybe at that time the ruler had commanded them to trouble somebody else. For that reason, though that police force should not be troubled now, they should be indemnified, and they should be encouraged, they should be strengthened in order to strengthen the whole country. Such is the nature of the true sons of the soil. On this, Vaidehi, born of Janaka, said, in order to give a message to Rama, she says, I desire to see my Lord, the friend of all his devotees. Hearing her speak thus, Hanuman, the exceedingly intelligent son of Maruta, made this reply to Maithili, causing that princess a great delight. This day shall you see Rama, whose countenance resembles the full moon, with Lakshmana and his trusted friends, his enemies slain, as Shachi looks upon Indra, the king of gods. Having spoken thus to Sita, who was as radiant as Shri himself, the exceedingly valiant Hanuman immediately departed to rejoin Raghava. Without delay, the foremost of monkeys, Hanuman, repeated the words that the daughter of Janaka had uttered in their proper sequence to Rama, who was the equal of the chief of gods. Thus come to the end chapter 115 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puravasini Swamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Bye.